thank you for visiting our website. And frankly, I'm happy that you're doing some research. And I have to assume that because you're watching this video, you're interested in hiring a lawyer. So I'm going to use this opportunity to allow you to get to know me before having to come into the office, before driving, parking, going through all of that inconvenience just to meet somebody and say, nah, guy's not for me. So what you need to know about me is I have a military background. I left the military after having received some outstanding training in a variety of courses that most people don't get. That experience in combat operations, that experience at high-level training, I think helps shape me into a lawyer that makes a difference. First of all, you learn in the military to put the mission and to put the group ahead of your own personal interests. And so sacrifice is drummed into you when you're in the top units. And I embrace that in the law firm, in that I make sure our lawyers and myself, to the best that I can, put my ego in the background and focus on what's good for the client. So it's not going to be about, oh, I have these degrees, I have marble floors, you should just pay me. It's about me understanding that when you're coming here, you have a very serious problem that is affecting your life. And the decision of who you hire could be one of the most important decisions of your life. Because if you hire the wrong lawyer and they lose, you might not even know why they lose. They'll just tell you they did everything, and you still have to pay them. And when things matter most, you need to be in the hands of somebody you trust. So interviewing a few lawyers is the right way to do it. See if you trust them. Interview their clerks. See what their clerks say about the work environment. There is notoriously low morale amongst law firms because they don't really care about everybody on the team. It's about the top guys getting the recognition because, they're the highest billers. You can always ask to interview the lawyer's clerk. See how they deal with clients. See what their issues are. That's the person you're going to deal with a lot of the time while the case is progressing. But my philosophy is not to say happy words to clients so that they pay me more money. This can happen especially in family law, this can happen in litigation, where you come in and my energy is focusing on what you're scared of, what you're fearing, and then I will just say things that make you want to pay me so that you hire me. One of the cases that meant the most to me when I was starting off after having left the Crown Attorney's office, where I got some great trial experience, that it is necessary to be a great trial lawyer. And then going to a big firm, when I opened up my shop 12 years ago, somebody knew me by way of reputation, and they came in with a certified check, and the man was an engineer. And he was getting screwed over by $100 million company that was very powerful. This guy had done everything right, he had created procedures, and he was getting completely ripped off. And he had a $50,000 check made out to my firm, which I needed at that point. But when I listened to him and I dug into his human experience, because I have experience building businesses, because I have experience in information warfare and human intelligence, I pushed the check back to him and I said, look, man, I could take this and spend it, but you're going to be in a 3-year litigation with somebody way more powerful than you. And what you're describing to me, I think you can beat these guys just by investing this in your own business. And we talked about it for a while, and he took that check back. And I didn't hear from him for 9 months. 9 months later, I got a beautiful card. He was East Indian descent. I had a beautiful card, and it was signed by his family inviting me over for dinner. And his children signed it, and his wife signed it. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. So I hadn't had that happen before. I went to his house. There were literally 30 people from his family there. And the dinner was in my honor. And that's, from their culture, their way of saying thank you for giving that money back because his business was crushing it. And he wasn't embroiled in a lawsuit that would have helped hurt his mental health, occupied his mind. You guys, when you get into a lawsuit, your mind becomes occupied with the lawsuit and you're not focusing on your business. So you need to know you're hiring somebody who won't encourage you to keep fighting just because it's profitable. You need to talk to somebody who will listen to you and really do what is best for you. A comparison I can say is in the realtor world, they make money off of commissions. There's only 1, 2, maybe 3 realtors I know with 100% certainty that they'll tell their client not to buy the house, even though they need the commission. And that type of trust is what's missing in society. So I promise you that I will speak to you honestly and frankly and not hold back. And then you judge whether or not I or my team that I have tried to create into a special forces litigation and corporate team are right for you. And if it's not, I'm not going to be upset. You need to be with the people and the team that you trust because this matters. to your life and to your family's life. If you have any questions ever, my email address is philip@millarslaw.com. Shoot me an email and ask me a question. I promise I will personally answer it and do my best to solve your problem when you can't afford to lose.